up, guys?
Hey.
We're back with another reaction video.
Yes, we are.
What are we doing today?
So, before I tell you guys what we're doing today, I just want to say I'm wearing my migraine glasses. I don't know if you guys watch our M&M videos, but I've pretty much explained all my migraine problems and my insomnia problems in those videos. But I'm wearing these glasses now. Hopefully they will help me and I won't literally have like the world's worst insomnia or ocular migraines. So we'll see how that goes. Any tips, please feel free to share. And I'm very cold, so I'm wearing a blanket. I know I look like Lenny Kravitz and like Kid Rock's love child, but just bear with me as we get through this video. And we're gonna do Left Behind by Slipknot.
Okay, I don't know this.
No. So you might have heard it in passing. I've played this song in the house before, like most other Slipknot songs. But maybe you'll recognize it, maybe you won't. I don't know.
Doubt it.
We'll see what happens. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Sorry, I have the hiccups. Follow us on all social media channels. Links in the description below. And our username is right here. Now, without further ado, let's go. Okay. Annoying place to pause. I know, guys, but by now you should know how we do things around here. Okay.
I don't know this, by the way.
You never heard it?
No.
Okay.
You know what? It gives me vibes of that other Slipknot song that you said was nominated for a Grammy that we reacted to.
Is it Before I Forget?
Maybe.
I think it was Before I Forget.
It's like da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Something like that.
It was, I think Before I Forget was nominated, but it wasn't chosen. Left Behind was nominated and I believe won.
Oh yeah.
I think it was a
similar.
Grammy. It won an award.
So this reminds me of that one. I think it's that one. It reminds me of another Slipknot song we reacted to, though.
Yeah, I love this song.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. So this song, okay, so just some background information. Corey Taylor was homeless for a period of time, and this is the lyrics of the song. Wow, I can't speak. The meaning of this song is the feeling that he has from like being left behind. There's something in my eye. Okay. Fantastic. So the meaning of the song is the feeling that he has from being like left behind. Like when he left from being homeless, I guess when he like got a job or maybe he was in the band and like things were looking up for him, he got a house, an apartment, whatever the situation may be where he now has living quarters and is no longer homeless. It's like the feeling of leaving behind all of those people who are such like a big part of your life when you were homeless and like were there for you. You were with them all the time. I can only imagine like you've been through a lot and like it's really about just the feeling of having to leave all of that behind and you can't really like bring it with you. I mean, I guess you could if someone were willing to like leave that lifestyle, but sometimes people actually want to be homeless, believe it or not.
Yeah, it sounds like a survivor's guilt, you
Yeah,
know.
something like that. It seems like that. So he goes, I've known faces that have disappeared in time, find me wrapped in glass and slowly soaked in lime. They're saying lime. Do they mean lie? Or do they mean lime, like Lyme? Like, you know what I'm talking about?
I do. Well, you're talking about like the Lyme. So I only know as Lyme disease. I know lie, like the shit
Yes.
they. That's Lye.
Or is the Lyme actual thing?
I know Lyme, Connecticut, Lyme disease. So this is called
What
what?
is So when he says I've known faces that have disappeared in time, like those are the people who he, like his friends, like people he relied on when he was homeless, who he has like quote unquote left behind when he became no longer homeless anymore. And
Does say
let's see,
Lyme.
Lyme. But what is Lyme, guys? Let's find out what Lyme
I think it's
is.
probably just talking about the fruit.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Lyme.
But yeah, so the I've known faces that have disappeared in time. So that makes me think like, oh, they disappeared. They, like he lost touch over the years,
Yeah,
or did they get lost in time? Do you know what I mean? Like,
well, I would assume that either he lost the people because they're still homeless, and I would assume maybe they don't have cell phones or really a way of like contacting him, or they want to like separate themselves from that lifestyle or something. Like
mhm.
it really depends. Like there are people who are homeless because like they have mental disorders or they have addiction problems or they just got homeless for one reason or another. There are some people who choose to be homeless, who choose to live like lives that are I would say more simpler than ours who want to be like off the grid and don't want to live like a more like standard life.
Yeah,
So maybe he lost touch with them because he went into like a more mainstream type of living.
yeah. So yeah, I get that
Oh,
part. I'm trying to figure out the second. Find me wrapped in glass and slowly soaked in lime.
if you're wrapped in glass, you can't move,
Oh,
right?
is that what
And
that
then soaked
means?
in lime, assuming he means lime, the fruit. I'm thinking like lye or something, like the chemical.
So it says lime
I know it
on
is lime, but I don't know. So maybe it's like
it's wrapped
wrapped
in
in glass, you
glass.
can't move, then soaked in lime, like lime's irritating, like lime juice. Eventually, I'm sure it's going to eat away at your skin. So he feels like tortured.
Yeah, so if you're wrapped in glass, yeah, I don't know.
So something about like being tortured, I would assume.
Frozen, can't move. Yeah, I guess that.
He goes, all my friends have pictures meant to make you cry. So if he's talking about friends, like the people who he left behind, who he was living with when he was homeless, maybe it's like photos from like the lives that they once had, which will
Yeah,
make you cry because like they no longer have that. It's really
kids.
sad.
Yeah, kids,
Yeah.
family, spouses.
Or it could be like hinting towards like feeling of missing out. Like maybe he's talking about his friends who are not homeless, like the ones that he had before he became homeless. And it's like they have like pictures of like going out and having families and everything, and it like makes him cry because he doesn't have that or he didn't have that. I don't know.
Yeah, so I interpret it as the first way we were doing it. Um, yeah, I don't know. So on Lyric Genius, there's a unverified annotation just from a random person, and they were just talking about that friend, people going out,
The
missing
FOMO.
out. Yeah, I kind of
Okay.
interpret it as the first way you were
Yeah, I think it
describing.
might be the first way, but like
Yeah,
who knows?
yeah, it could be whatever.
And then he goes, I've seen this and wondered what I've done to calcify. So I've to calcify, like for him to harden,
Then,
meaning like become emotionless,
yeah.
like tough and emotionless. Like it's like kind of
So,
like being strong, but in a bad way when
s-
someone says like calcified or hardened.
well, so that's on the heels of these pictures are meant to make you cry. So I'm assuming he's not crying when he sees them.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Ah, yes.
Like
That
that's,
makes sense.
yeah,
So like he realizes like he should feel bad. He should be like, oh, like I can't believe I'm missing out on things like this. But like I guess his time being homeless and just it's just hardened him and like he no longer like feels some type of way
those
about it
emotions.
or
Yeah.
not. Yeah. Hmm. So let me go into the chorus. It goes, I ignore you. As I close my eyes, I feel it all slipping away. I come towards you. We all got left behind. So I ignore you. I close my eyes. I feel it all slipping away. So if he closes his eyes, like everything's gone. So I feel like this is speaking to when he was homeless. Like he's closing his eyes, trying to forget about like the life he once had, the friends he once had, and he feels it all slipping away. And then he comes towards them, and then he goes, "We all got left behind."
So the only line I'm confused about is I come towards you. So that I ignore you as I close my eyes, I feel it slipping away.
His old life, I
Yeah, the
assume. And then I
memories.
come towards you. He's coming towards his old life, so he's leaving his life of being homeless. And then it goes, "We all got left behind." I guess those are the homeless people who he says he left behind,
But he
like the
says,
friends that he had.
we all got left behind as if he's part of it.
I don't
So
know.
he got left behind too. We all got left behind. Let's see if anybody else has some insight. Left behind by the narrator is feeling left behind by everyone and everything. As we grow old, everything slips away from us and we're left in oblivion. I guess so. That's the goes back to the disappearing in time line.
Yeah, that
So
too.
I guess that's what it's alluding to.
Yeah, so I tend to take everything like really literally when I read like what the artist has said the song is about. I try and like understand it from that point of view and that point of view only. So I tend to miss things when I do that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I'm trying to understand it from a way of feeling like he left behind like the friends that he had when he was
No,
homeless.
so that part I get, but he's saying we all got left behind. So it's like he was
Maybe
part
it's
of
the
the
life
people
that
that got left
maybe his
behind.
well his life as being homeless is being left behind as well. Like he's changing, right?
Yeah,
And
maybe.
you're kind of essentially becoming a whole new person. You're having a whole new life. You're going from being homeless to having like this big life now. And also he becomes like this huge um metal star, like
Yeah,
this huge rock star.
but the way he's saying it, it makes me feel like he's still behind as he's singing the chorus. Like we all got left behind. Like, look, we're behind now. We're not where we're supposed to be.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of got me confused.
Yeah,
Let's keep moving
yeah,
forward.
we could just be making too much out
Making
of
it
it.
too
Yeah.
complicated. We let it all slip away. I ignore you. As I close my eyes, I feel it all slipping away. I come towards you. And then we all got left behind. We let it all slip away. And then we'll pick back up here.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm confused, guys. I love this song. I never thought about it this hard. My brain's frying.
I can't stand to see your thalidomide robot face. I don't even try it. You end up being lying just to infiltrate me. I'm still drowning. I ignore you. As I close my eyes, I feel it all slipping away. I come towards you. We all got left behind. We let it all slip away. I ignore you. As I close my eyes, I feel it all slipping away. I come towards you. We all got left behind. We let it all slip away. Take this away. Take this away. I can feel it on my mouth. I can taste you on my fingers. I can hear you like the Holy Ghost. And get it when you get to me. As I close my eyes, I feel it all slipping away. Come towards you. We all got left behind. We let it all slip away. I ignore you. As I close my eyes, I feel it all slipping away. Come towards you. We all got left behind. We let it all slip away. We let it all slip away. We let it all slip away. We let it all slip
Okay, real quick, let's just unpack what's there before this finishes out.
317.
Okay, good to remember.
Yes.
We were like
109 is where we
Yeah.
left off.
109.
Yeah.
Oh, why is it so big? So it goes, I can't stand to see your thalidomide robot face. So thalidomide is my medical knowledge of being a clinical researcher is coming in handy. Thalidomide was a medication that they gave to pregnant women, sort of to try to ease them out of like their nausea and things like that, but it sort of turns them into like personality-less robots. And also, it created some serious, serious birth defects. A lot of people, their arms were like short like this, like their hands like came right out of their shoulder. So they had like no arms. They had severe birth defects. It was a very, very fucked up time. And it's very good that we now have clinical research because we can make sure that we don't give medications to people that have outcomes like this.
Yeah.
But yes, so that's what he's saying. He can't stand to see this person's like just miserable deadpan face.
So I'm wondering if the person he's referring to is a baby that was affected by that drug, or if he's using it as a metaphor. Your face reminds me of a person that was on this drug. Do you know
I
what I
think it
mean?
reminds him of a person that was on that drug, meaning that it was like robotic and dead and like emotionless, because that's what it would do to the pregnant woman who would take the medication.
Hmm.
I don't think that he would be saying he can't stand to see a person who has the birth defects from thalidomide. That just sounds really mean. So I'm gonna
That's
guess
funny.
that that's not what that means.
Just making fun of disabled people.
He's so mean.
Yeah, you're
He
right.
goes,
Probably.
don't even try it. You had to be a liar just to infiltrate me. So whoever he's talking to had to have been a liar just to get close to him. So
Yeah.
they had to have lied because they're clearly not the people who they said they were, and he doesn't like them.
Yeah, and if they were who they really were, Corey never would have let them in. Meaning they
Yes,
had to lie in order to get close to
to him.
infiltrate.
Like
You
to
know what I
pretend to
mean?
be something that they're not.
Yeah. I'm still
I'm still
drowning.
drowning. Yeah. So it's like self-explanatory. Then we go
Hmm.
back into the chorus.
Hmm.
Nothing is changing. Nothing is changing. Okay, so this is a great part. He goes, take this away, take this away. I can feel it on my mouth. I can taste you on my fingers. Which is a cool way to say that because feel you do with your fingers and taste you do with your mouth. So he just switched them up, but it still
Yeah.
makes sense, which is very nice. I can hear you like the Holy Ghost. So
Here.
something's haunting him. Literally, he can still feel this person here.
Yeah.
So, like, Corey Taylor will say that a song is about one thing and one thing only, but then there's like clearly other things. Like, this is about something else, I think.
Mhm.
Or he's saying he can still like feel, he still like remembers and can like experience being homeless in his mind like it was yesterday. That could be what this means.
Yeah.
Or this could be about a person, like a girl.
Was he ever religious at one point?
That I don't know.
Because I don't know if like he's saying I can hear you like the Holy Ghost, meaning like I can hear you like
Like
some people
Jesus,
some
right?
people hear the Holy Ghost, or is it like I can hear you like I used to think I heard
Like
the
whispers
Holy
in his
Ghost.
ear is what I think he means.
Yeah.
Like I can still hear you there,
Hmm.
like whispering in my ear. And he goes, and kill you if you get too close. So, yeah. And then it's just more of the chorus. And then we were like,
317.
right, you have a good memory, mine's horrible. All right, let's play this out and then we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. They love those like
listening.
super long and dramatic and
Outros.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm always curious. I'm like, there's still 10 seconds left. What the fuck's going on?
It was just like the long outro.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
So it's cool. I like it. It's interesting. Like I
Mhm.
said, it reminds me of that other one. Fuck,
I think it's
it's
Before
got
I
that
Forget.
really catchy chorus.
I'm gonna play it on my phone real quick.
Okay. So I did because I pulled up the lyrics to this.
I'll skip to the chorus. I'm gonna get copyright for this one too.
Yeah.
So,
No, that's not what I'm thinking of.
no, I
Nope.
thought that was it though.
Nah, yeah, that's not it.
Hold on. Let's see. Quick little Google. Slipknot
So by the way,
nominated song.
so I looked this up and it says this was the second single from the album Iowa. It was nominated for the 2002 Grammy for Best Metal
It won, right?
Performance. No, won by Schism by Tool. Yeah, we did that one. And then it says the song is notably more melodic than the majority of Iowa, highlighted by its use of clean vocals and lack of profanity.
So Grammys. Grammys won for Before I Forget. I was right. That's the only one it ever won for. It was
I
nominated
don't know if it
for Wait and
won.
Bleed, Left
Wait and
Behind.
Bleed. I think
Oh,
that's the
okay.
one.
That's a good one too.
I think
That
that's
one was nominated as well,
is that
but they only won for
is
Before I
that the one that
Forget.
sounds like this?
Wait and Bleed.
Right?
I would. We'll get another copyright strike for this, but like,
This is it. Yes. Okay. Yeah, you can pause it so we don't get in trouble. But yes, that's the one. So this song reminds me of that one, the way he sings and the music with it.
yeah, I can see that. They remind me of each other too, I would say.
Yeah.
Now that I think of it.
So this one, so if you didn't tell me about like the homeless stuff, I never would have
Yeah, I
got
wouldn't have
anything
thought about
about
that
that.
either.
I don't even honestly I don't see that anywhere in the song other than what
Yeah.
you're telling me. It sounds just like past relationships and friendships and maybe romantic relationships.
Well, it is about the past relationships with the people who he had in his circle when he was homeless.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but I'm not getting
Yeah,
that.
I wasn't picking that up either. I get very like one dimensional when I'm trying to interpret these songs. I really just want to interpret it like the exact way that it was planned, like when it was written. But I
Hmm.
feel like I still end up missing things because I get so like narrow minded. I'm like, oh, this is what it's about. This is what it's about. So I have trouble like thinking about it outside of that.
Yeah, it's funny.
But yeah, I
It
could see
happens.
this being about like an ex or like ex friends
Yeah, for sure.
or exes and ex friends. Like everyone, because he says it's about like leaving behind the people who he was homeless with. It sounds more like leaving behind the people that he used to live with,
Yeah,
that he was friends with before he got homeless.
but then I guess in the chorus or whatever, when he's like, "We all got left behind," so maybe that part makes
They
sense
all
to him
got
being
left behind. Like
homeless.
all the
It's
homeless
like
people got left
while
behind
they're
by
on
the
the
people
street,
that, yeah, by the people that
society.
they, yeah,
Yeah,
the people in their, in their circle before they became homeless.
but yeah, it threw me off because it sounded like it was current when he said, "We all got left behind," like as if he's still behind. That's why I was like
Well, the
thrown
old
off.
him.
Yeah.
Now this is the new him. It's like
No, I
reminiscing for like
know.
a more simpler time when he really like built his character up because it's very like character building. It's very like,
It just sounded to me like he was the old him. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
That's why I was like, but yeah,
maybe.
it's cool. I like it. It's like I just read on the internet. It is more melodic. It's slower. It's a little softer than some of the other shit I've heard from them.
That's true.
Yeah,
It's good though.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and
Yes.
we'll see you guys tomorrow.
See ya.